What is going on, guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Mind Muscle Meditation. So lately I've been thinking about how can I contribute most effectively to you? How can I make the most of your time? And my goal is to make sure that I deliver information, as much information packed with goodies as possible in a concise, efficient manner so that you can maximize your life. And today what I want to do is talk about all the different ways that I maximize testosterone. So we're going to get into it here. Let's jump right in. So, first and foremost, sleep is absolutely crucial. Now, what you want to make sure is that you're sleeping in 90-minute increments, because that is an REM cycle. So if you go to bed late and you can only get 6 hours in, that's better than getting 5.5 hours in or 6.5 hours in. So typically you want to sleep in 90-minute increments, which is going to be 6 hours, 7.5 hours, 9 hours. Now, ideally, if you're living the bodybuilding lifestyle, you want to get as much sleep as possible, and I recommend 9 hours per night, and I recommend an 1.5-hour nap during the day. If you can't do that, then do what you can. Most people can get 7.5 hours in, and then maybe a short nap, 20 minutes, half an hour. The more sleep that you get, the more your body is going to be able to recover. So sleep is number one, paramount. And I want to recommend that you go to bed before 11 o'clock at night, because your body starts secreting melatonin at that time. And if you have bright lights on or anything of that nature, it's going to keep you up. It's going to actually mess with your hormones, and it's really bad. So I recommend putting your phone away, actually dimming all lights. Don't watch TV an hour before you go to bed so that you can maximize the melatonin release and make sure that you have a nice deep sleep. And remember, you want to sleep in 90-minute increments. So sleep is huge, and if you can nap during the day, definitely do so. So, number two, the practice that I do, the second best practice that I do is meditation. Check out my other video where I talk about how meditation literally has transformed my life. I highly recommend it to everybody. But the reason why meditation is so important is because first, it helps you control your thoughts and helps you be mindful of negative thoughts, and it also lowers cortisol levels. So cortisol and testosterone are basically fighting each other a lot of times. And in the day and age that we live, we have chronically elevated cortisol levels. And if you're drinking coffee, if you're drinking alcohol on top of a stressful job, not getting enough sleep, your cortisol levels are probably through the roof. So one really effective way to lower cortisol is actually to meditate. Now, as far as meditation, what I recommend is a book by Emily Fletcher, which is Stress Less, Accomplish More. She's actually a meditation teacher now, and she used to be a Broadway actress. And she has a 12-minute meditation that you do first thing when you wake up, and then you do another 12-minute meditation sometime in the afternoon, usually around 2 p.m. Anytime between 2 and 6 is really good. You can even do between 12 and 6. But meditation is key, guys. It lowers cortisol. It's scientifically proven to do so. And so that's another way that you can boost your testosterone, by lowering the cortisol response. And there's a ton of other benefits. Go check out my 20-minute video. I guarantee you it's worth it. So the next thing that I do to help boost testosterone, believe it or not, is get into gratitude. I like Tony Robbins' priming video. I can feel and sense intense gratitude. I do it every single day. I regret that I don't do it always in the morning, but ideally I would like to do my 12-minute meditation, have breakfast, get my pre-workout meal, and then do priming. Priming is huge, guys. It's so important to get into gratitude, because when you are in the state of gratitude, you cannot feel the feeling of fear and stress when you're truly in that feeling of gratitude and bliss. So fear and stress are going to raise cortisol levels. It's going to stress you out, goes against testosterone. So the more that you can get into gratitude, even if it's just saying thank you for your meal, thank you for this beautiful day, thank you for this walk that I'm going on, thank you for this workout that I just had. Anytime that you can get into gratitude, you're giving yourself an opportunity to raise your testosterone on a hormonal level. And the more that you do this, it's going to affect your life in many beneficial ways, not just testosterone, but obviously that's the subject of this video. So the next thing is to reduce stress in your life. Guys, do as much as you can to reduce the stress in your life, whether it's financial, whether it's relationships that need to be severed, or perhaps there's things in your life that you're not manning up to, you're not confronting, and it's stressing you out. You know, a good way to take care of this is journal. Take a little journal and just start writing down your thoughts, and you'll be amazed at how beneficial that is to reduce stress. Why? Because it can give you closure on certain aspects of your life, and it can also help you work through a problem, because you think a lot slower when you're writing things down, because you can't think as fast as you're writing many times. So it gives you a little bit of a delay to go to a different thought. You know, the other day I was stressed out about the news at the gym. You know, I just absolutely hate the news. It's all shock factor. So I started writing in my journal. And after one page, you know, I went from complaining about the news in my journal to I need to move forward in my life and not waste my energy on distractions. So it can be really beneficial to you. Definitely recommend reducing stress as much as possible. And this also includes stress from drugs and alcohol. And when I say drugs, marijuana, caffeine, you know, those are the big two. And of course, alcohol, you know. And so if you can reduce things in your life that boost cortisol, like those drugs, you're going to feel a lot better, and that's going to help you combat anxiety, depression. Why? Because those substances actually raise cortisol, they stress you out, you have a crash, they feel good in the moment, but over time they actually decrease testosterone, and they also reduce sleep. So, you know, you have a double whammy there. Okay, the next thing that I like to do is cold showers. Now, if you're into building muscle, I do not recommend that you take cold showers after you work out. The whole reason that you're working out in most cases, if you're doing bodybuilding or body comp, physique, things of that nature, is to build muscle. And the way that you build muscle, one of them through hypertrophy, is inflaming the muscle, engorging the muscle with blood. And you do not want to reduce the inflammation with a cold shower. Like, say you get hurt and you take an ice pack and you put that on your arm. Say if you hurt your arm, it's going to reduce the swelling. You don't want to take a cold shower after you train, because you do not want to reduce the swelling. You actually want to have that inflammation present for as long as possible. You want your muscles to be inflamed as long as possible. So what I like to do is meditate first thing when I get up, and then take a cold shower, and then eat breakfast, and then do my priming. And that way I'm well away from my workout with the cold showers. But cold showers are actually scientifically proven to boost dopamine. Dopamine and testosterone have a fascinating relationship. And so it goes hand in hand with caffeine and marijuana and alcohol. Those things raise dopamine for the time being, but then it crashes and it ends up being lower than it used to be at your normal level. So if your dopamine's going down, then guess what? Your testosterone's going to go down too. So what you want to do is you want to elevate dopamine, you want to elevate testosterone. Like, say you're in a competitive sport and you win, you get a surge of dopamine, and guess what that does? it surges testosterone as well. So the whole idea, getting into gratitude, getting away from drugs and alcohol, is boosting dopamine and allowing testosterone to go up as well, along with dopamine. So the next thing is a little bit funny. I actually learned this from a YouTuber, a couple different YouTubers, and icing the testes 15 minutes twice a day. They say that it can stimulate testosterone. I've been doing this for a couple weeks, and I believe that it is effective. So try it out. And just real quick on that. So the science behind it is if your testes get too warm, they can actually reduce testosterone. So the opposite could be true. Not really sure if it's actually proven, but it's free. It doesn't take very long, and it's no skin off my back. So, why not? Okay, and I just want to reiterate, relax, reduce stress. You got to relax in your life. You got to make sure that you're doing things that allow yourself to relax. And one thing that I like to do is I like to take ashwagandha after my workout and meditate. So the next thing is have sex. Now, you do not want to be ejaculating every single day or multiple times a day, because it actually will release prolactin. Now, prolactin is what stimulates mammary glands in women. And so that's going to go hand in hand with oxytocin, which is a love hormone. So if you think about it, just common sense, if you have, high estrogen, high prolactin, high oxytocin as a woman, what is that doing? It's making you less threatening. It's making you, slow down, relax, so that you can take care of a child. Now, what happens with a man after you ejaculate is you actually release prolactin. And what do? You feel tired. Why is that? Because you are fulfilling your biological instinct by reproducing. And so if you're constantly, jacking your prolactin levels, that's going to reduce testosterone, because then you're not going to be as aggressive when it comes to, going out and meeting women, or going out and taking care of your goals, your financial goals, or your bodybuilding goals. So actually it's proven again that if you don't ejaculate for 1 week, your testosterone levels can go up 180%. So I recommend that you do have sex, because when you do have sex, it can also boost testosterone and dopamine. Like, say you're with a new woman, or perhaps you're having a wonderful date night with your wife, and you really pleased her, and now you're gonna go home and make love. Well, that's gonna boost testosterone, because it's that conquering. But if you're on the internet and just fooling around all the time and ejaculating for no reason, and you haven't earned anything, that actually could lower your dopamine potentially, and it certainly raises your prolactin. So there has to be a balance. You don't want to be going out and having sex with people multiple times per week, wasting your energy, if bodybuilding and muscle building is your goal, and ultimately raising your testosterone. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you are maximizing it, and you do have a balance. But balance is the key with that one. So it depends on age, it depends on a lot of different factors, but I think you guys get the idea. If you wait a week, it's your testosterone is going to go up for sure. So take it for what it's worth. The next thing is your nutrition. So nutrition is absolutely key, guys. I cannot stress this one enough. And I meet so many people that think they have clean diets, and their diets are not clean. The foods are not organic. They're not non-GMO. They're loaded with estrogens. They're sugary carbs or dairy. Absolute trash. Guys, you have to eat clean. And what eat clean means is organic foods, grass-fed meat, wild-caught fish, no GMOs. Eat your vegetables, eat your fruits, frozen vegetables, frozen fruits, put them in a smoothie, have them multiple times per day. That's the best way to get your vegetables in. And don't overcook your vegetables and take out all the nutrition. And so I have here, you really want to make sure that you're getting extra zinc and extra magnesium, and potatoes are a great way to get extra zinc and extra magnesium. Also beef, it's my favorite form of protein. I recommend lean beef, 100% grass-fed, organic, non-GMO beef, okay? 93% lean. You don't need the fatty beef. You can get the fatty beef if you want, but there's other places to get your good fats. And that's the next thing to boost testosterone is good fats. Olive oil, eggs, fish oil, olives, things of that nature, almonds, nuts, those are going to be your good sources for good fats. So I'm going to make another video on nutrition, but I just wanted to skim the surface real quick. So cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, baby spinach, all of these things fight estrogen. The less estrogen that you have in your body, the higher your testosterone. And also mushrooms. Mushrooms are really great for fighting where estrogen activates. It fights sites in the body where estrogen activates. So you combine that with the cruciferous vegetables. And like I said, frozen vegetables in a smoothie is the best way to get it down. And it tastes amazing. Go check out my other video where I show you a strawberry, broccoli, Brussels sprout shake with protein that tastes incredible. It's only 2 minutes long. And so the other thing is you want to make sure that you are getting your micronutrition in. So you want to be maxing out your vitamins and minerals. And again, I'll go into this in another video. But one thing that I like to do is I like to, as far as reducing stress, just real quick again, is I like to distract myself. Our thoughts are going crazy, and a lot of times, we're stressed about certain things. So our thoughts are just coming out, and then we get down these rabbit holes and we spiral out of control. Well, one way that I like to reduce this negative thinking is obviously meditation, obviously mindfulness and gratitude, but another great way is to distract yourself. And what I say is you gotta brainwash yourself every single day. You gotta wash your brain. You gotta keep it squeaky clean. So podcasts, audiobooks. Guys, we've got our phone right in our hand, right in our pocket. There's no reason why we shouldn't be taking advantage of this. Listening to intelligent conversation like Joe Rogan or Jordan Peterson or, a million other people that have valuable content like Tom Bilyeu on impact theory. If you're just wasting your time and always listening to music and things of that nature, it can be fun, but you really want to maximize your time. And a great way to brainwash yourself, to maximize, is to listen to podcasts and fill your brain with good information. It also distracts you from your negative thought. And in my mind, I think it's going to have a positive dopamine release, because one thing that raises dopamine is allocating resources. That's why we're all chasing the money, because instinctually we're designed to gather our resources and hold them for our survival. So if you're gathering knowledge as a resource and you're putting that together with everything else that you've learned in all your experiences, how can that not raise dopamine and make you more confident and make you, just a better person overall, where now you have a dopamine release from the additional resources that you've collected, and you can use that to your advantage in everything that you do. And that's one reason why I try to pack my videos with as much good information as possible. I'm still working on it. I'm still getting better with the camera and everything like that, but I really appreciate you guys' support. So if this helped you, please comment. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts, because I want to learn from you. We're all in this together. We're all, trying to go get our goals and make them happen, accomplish whatever they be. Financial success, muscle building, peace of mind, confidence, and just overall well-being. So please let me know in the comments what you thought and if you found value in this video. And also, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps grow the channel. I want to get this message out to everybody, and I want to change people's lives. And I want to bring these messages in a way that's very convenient and efficient and effective, so that you can watch one 20-minute video or one 10-minute video and just have a ton of resources that you can come back to, pause the video different places, and really, get a lot of value. And of course, like the video if you like it. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. This is Alex from Mind Muscle Meditation signing out, and I'll see you on the next one.